Hi, Nadya.
Hi, Rathvara. How
Haven't seen
wonderful
you
to
in
be
so
together.
long. It is. I mean, we did see each other recently at the very successful Wisdom of the Mother Symposium, our second one, and we wanted to let you all know about it. Our first one came out of our shared love and commitment to increasing the base, the awareness of women's history, women's knowledge, women's sacred arts. Uh, all the fact that the first writer was a woman in 2350 BCE, Enheduanna, writing the liturgy and prayers to the goddess Inanna. And so out of that emerged Wisdom of the Mothers, celebrating matrilineal and matriarchal spiritual traditions. And then this year we did the same Wisdom of the Mothers, first part, but second part, second theme was honoring our ancestral roots. And for next year, we are planning 2027, Wisdom of the Mothers, Sacred Arts, Embodied Knowing. And in each of these containers, we have experienced a wonderful, diverse community of attendees and presenters. Nadia, you wanted to say something about that?
Yeah, I think what's been particularly exciting for me is the range of presenters that we have attracted that have felt called to participate and present their work in these last two symposia. Scholars in the field and practitioners, um, artists, embodied presentations. It's been amazing. And because it's a virtual symposium, we spend 2 days on Zoom. And yes, that's sitting for 2 days. And because it's virtual, we've attracted people from all over the world. This year, our presenters were as far flung as Finland, the Netherlands, the UK, Greece, and of course, all over the US. Last year as well, we had presenters from all parts of the world, as well as participants who are able to join us from all parts of the world. And we could never do something like that in person and have the kind of variety and richness of life experience and scholarship and practice that we've had in these 2 years. It's just been thrilling to me.
And what especially excites us, I think, is that we are modeling, as many other organizations and groups do, a strongly female approach, not linear, but cyclical and circular, perhaps. Happy to be moving away from just people reading papers to, yes, giving PowerPoints with slides and giving lectures, but also dance, all kinds of movement. Some chanting was done, interactive discussion, certainly, and ritual. And I think that made it very rich, especially this year, don't you? I've gotten that feedback.
Absolutely. I think the the design this year to open the first day with a ritual that called in the directions and honored our ancestors. Names were read of ancestors, elders who inspired each of our presenters and our committee members. Um, and then to carry that energy through the end of the first day, to reawaken it on the second day, and then close it ritually at the end of the second day, made the 2 days feel like one continuous experience. And it was so rich. I felt like we four weavers of this ritual, you and myself, together with Deborah Apple and Elka Eastley Vera, I think we blew ourselves away with how powerful that ritual time was together and how powerfully and beautifully it held the container for all who participated throughout those 2 days.
It's true. Given their ritual input during the calling in and saying goodbye to the directions, your chanting, my drumming, I think we both, or all, perhaps all of us came out and turned the machines off after the 2 days. And in my case, I was buzzing. I was buzzing for several hours, which for me is a sign of a successful and deep ritual.
I
Um,
was too.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Um,
was it was very powerful, powerful energy and a beautiful container in which all of our presenters were able to offer their work from their hearts and their bodies and their lifelong experience or their academic interests or whatever it was that brought them to this moment was just amazing. We've had two incredible keynote speakers last year, Max Dashu, this year, Yeye Luis Atish. They've been so honoring of what we are attempting to do, what we have accomplished. And it's become now, I feel, like a tradition, something that we want to do year in and year out. This year we had a number of presenters who also presented in our inaugural year, and we honored and mentioned that fact because they find this a container in which they can come and really weave their experience, their wisdom, their knowledge, and share it in an organic and uniquely feminine way, and that calls them back each year, and hopefully we'll see some of the same presenters return next year, as well as the many new ones who will be inspired by the call of our theme. And
They
I think
also,
you
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
They also know it's a friendly audience, and I think that makes a big difference, especially for first-time presenters, that they know the audience is welcoming and hungry for this knowledge and this
Yeah,
wisdom. Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's what's really important, which I think you've touched on by talking about the geographic diversity, is that it's very culturally and spiritually diverse. It truly is interspiritual. So that is wonderful and very important to both of us in our own work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we've invited people to participants and the presenters to an interactive experience. So we encourage the presenters to include time for question and answer or breakouts or some kind of art or some kind of ritual moment or meditation, and that makes it rich too. And we've also built into the 2 days opportunities for the participants to meet with each other,
Mhm.
to get to know who else is here on the screen with us, and to share what they're learning. So that some people went to different workshops and they can come together, and then each of them brings some of the wisdom that they've gleaned. And of course, just to say, as I've said now, that people go to different workshops because we have so many presenters, we have concurrent workshops, but everything is recorded, and everyone who attends the Wisdom of the Mothers Symposium receives links to all of the recordings after the event so that they can see those parts that they did miss because they chose one meant they couldn't go to one of the other two perhaps that were at the same time, or maybe they couldn't be there for the full day each
Right.
time, and they're able to see everything in on their own time over time,
And
which
that's been
is
important for us too, because we were hosting separate rooms and we missed a lot of presentations. So
exactly exactly
what I really enjoyed this year too is hearing about how some of the presenters made connections with each other and some presenters and attendees. And so that is a lovely outcome, of course. So we want you all to kind of save the date. We'll give you exact dates soon, but right now, third week of April,
third
2027.
week of May.
I'm sorry, May. I keep doing that.
Third week, sometime in the third week of May,
Right, right.
another 2 day virtual symposium, Wisdom of the Mothers, Sacred Arts, Embodied Knowing. And our invitation to presenters is going to say something like, since the first fire, women have danced their prayers, sung their grief, shaped clay into the faces of the holy, and told stories that held the world together. And this is what we want to celebrate and
Mm.
lift up next year. And I think it's going to invite some really profound and wild presentations.
I love that. Thank you.
So join us, be part of us. And one last thing, we will be offering for those, if you missed the Wisdom of the Mothers altogether and didn't register, you have an opportunity. Sometime in the next month, we will unveil an opportunity for you to actually um, purchase access to all of the videos and the teaching materials that the presenters um, created for us, and so that you won't have actually missed this year.
True.
Um, and hopefully that will encourage you to come in person next year, because there's something truly profound that happens when we are together, even on Zoom, in real time.
Yes.
And it lifts the energy for the presenters as well, and provides opportunity to bring our own wisdom to bear in
Yeah.
each of the presentations.
Yeah.
So we look forward to seeing you.
Take care, everyone.